Did you know that Oklahoma's name comes from two Choctaw words meaning red people? Or that the state's land once sat at the bottom of an ancient ocean and later became the center of America's oil boom? Or that more native nations call it home than anywhere else in the country? Well, Oklahoma is full of incredible stories. Wild, resilient, and unforgettable. So, get ready, because we're counting down 50 Oklahoma facts you won't believe are true. Before we begin, make sure to subscribe to GlobeX for more journeys across America's hidden stories, and comment RED for 10 years of Sooner luck. Fact 50. The meaning of Oklahoma. The state's name joins two Choctaw words, Okla, people, and Huma, red. It was first suggested by Chief Allen Wright during treaty talks after the Civil War. The phrase originally described the many native nations living on the land, and it still honors them today. Fact 49. The center of the country. If you place a pin in the exact middle of the contiguous 48 states, it lands just north of Oklahoma City near a small marker in Kansas, but Oklahoma City lies only about 30 miles away, making it the geographic heart of America, the perfect crossroads between coasts. Fact 48. Red dirt and iron. Oklahoma's famous crimson soil comes from iron oxide left behind by ancient seas. Farmers track it on their boots, and musicians turned it into a whole sound. Red dirt music, blending country, rock, and storytelling born from Stillwater bars and prairie highways. Fact 47. Home of the winds. The song Oklahoma wasn't exaggerating. Steady prairie gusts average 12 to 15 miles per hour statewide. Today, those winds power over 4,000 turbines, making Oklahoma one of America's top 3 wind energy producers. Nature's old challenge became its new advantage. Fact 46. Tornado capital. Situated in the core of Tornado Alley, Oklahoma records more twisters per square mile than any other state. The 2013 El Reno tornado reached 2.6 miles wide, the widest ever measured. Early warning systems, storm shelters, and community drills make Oklahomans experts at resilience. Fact 45. Native homelands. 39 federally recognized tribes live here, from the Cherokee and Choctaw to the Kiowa and Osage. Each operates its own government, courts, and cultural centers. Powwows, language programs, and tribal museums keep centuries of heritage alive. Fact 44. The Trail of Tears. During the 1830s, tens of thousands of Native Americans were forced westward to what was then Indian Territory. The journey cost thousands of lives, but their descendants rebuilt vibrant communities. Today, monuments in Tahlequah and throughout the state honor that endurance. Fact 43. 2 territories, 1 state. For decades, western Oklahoma was Oklahoma Territory, and the east remained Indian Territory. They merged on November 16, 1907, to become the 46th state, uniting frontier towns with sovereign nations under one flag. Fact 42. The Sequoia Dream. Before statehood, tribal leaders proposed a separate native-run state called Sequoia. They drafted a full constitution in 1905, but Congress refused it. Still, their political vision shaped Oklahoma's respect for tribal governance today. Fact 41. The land runs. In 1889, cannons fired and settlers raced to claim 2 million acres of unassigned lands. Horsemen, wagons, and even bicycles thundered across the plains to stake homesteads in minutes. Those who started early were nicknamed Sooners, a word that later became a badge of Oklahoma pride. Fact 40. The Black Gold Boom. In the early 1900s, gushers of oil transformed Oklahoma overnight. Boomtowns like Tulsa, Bartlesville, and Ponca City exploded with workers, saloons, and derricks that lit up the prairie. By the 1920s, Tulsa earned the nickname Oil Capital of the World. The industry still fuels much of the state's economy, from pipelines to petroleum engineering. Fact 39. The Tulsa Race Massacre. In 1921, one of the darkest chapters in U.S. history unfolded in Tulsa's Greenwood district, known then as Black Wall Street. A white mob destroyed more than 1,200 homes and businesses, killing hundreds of black residents. For decades, the story was buried. But today, museums and memorials honor the victims, and celebrate the community's enduring strength. Fact 38. Oklahoma City, the capital of resilience. Founded during the 1889 land run, Oklahoma City sprang up literally overnight. It became the state capital and survived everything from Dust Bowl droughts to devastating tornadoes. After the 1995 Oklahoma City bombing, the nation watched as citizens united to rebuild. The Oklahoma City National Memorial now stands as a symbol of peace, hope, and healing. Fact 37. Route 66 runs through it. The legendary Route 66, the Mother Road, cuts right across Oklahoma for more than 400 miles. Neon signs, diners, and roadside attractions still line its path. From the Blue Whale of Catoosa to the Round Barn in Arcadia, it's a living museum of America's open road spirit. If you've ever dreamed of driving Route 66, comment, "Get your kicks in OK." Fact 36. The musical state. Oklahoma's music scene runs deep, from country icons like Reba McEntire and Garth Brooks to jazz legend Charlie Christian and folk hero Woody Guthrie. Stillwater's Red Dirt Sound, Tulsa's blues, and Oklahoma City's hip-hop all prove one thing: rhythm grows from red soil. 35. The Dust Bowl days. During the 1930s, years of drought and over-farming turned western Oklahoma into a wasteland of dust storms. Families packed their belongings and migrated west in search of work. Stories later immortalized in the Grapes of Wrath. But many stayed and learned new farming methods that restored the land. Oklahoma's farmers proved that endurance runs deeper than drought. Fact 34. The state with the most man-made lakes. Oklahoma has more than 200 man-made lakes, more than any other state. From Grand Lake to Lake Eufaula, they provide water, recreation, and electricity. It's proof that even in dry country, Oklahomans know how to make life flourish. Fact 33. Wildlife Wonderland. Across its 12 distinct ecosystems, Oklahoma hosts everything from prairie dogs and buffalo to black bears and bald eagles. The Tallgrass Prairie Preserve near Pawhuska protects one of the last true tallgrass ecosystems on Earth, home to hundreds of free-roaming bison. Fact 32. Mountains of the Plains. The Wichita Mountains, among the oldest ranges in North America, rise from Oklahoma's southwest plains. Their granite peaks date back 500 million years. Today, the Wichita Mountains Wildlife Refuge shelters bison, elk, and longhorn cattle against a backdrop of wildflowers and winding trails. Fact 31. The Great Salt Plains. In northern Oklahoma lies a shimmering white desert, the Great Salt Plains. What looks like snow is actually salt left from an ancient ocean. Each spring, visitors dig for selenite crystals found nowhere else on Earth. Clear gems shaped like hourglasses, hidden just beneath the surface. Fact 30. The meteor that made a mountain. Near the town of Clio Springs, scientists discovered an enormous meteor crater, nearly 1,200 feet wide. The impact, millions of years ago, helped shape Oklahoma's landscape and mineral deposits. It's a silent reminder that cosmic forces once sculpted this red earth, long before humans ever walked it. Fact 29. The birthplace of the shopping cart. In 1937, Sylvan Goldman, owner of the Humpty Dumpty grocery chain in Oklahoma City, invented the first shopping cart. His goal was simple: make it easier for customers to buy more groceries. At first, people resisted, but once foldable designs appeared, the shopping world changed forever. Fact 28. Oklahoma's capital sits on oil. The Oklahoma State Capitol is the only one in the U.S. built directly over an active oil well. Nicknamed Petunia No. 1, the well was drilled in 1941 right on the Capitol grounds. It still produces oil today, a perfect metaphor for a state powered by resourcefulness. Fact 27. The museum capital of the plains. Oklahoma has one of the nation's richest collections of museums, from the National Cowboy and Western Heritage Museum in Oklahoma City to the Gilcrease Museum in Tulsa, which holds one of the world's largest collections of Western art. But that's only the beginning. The Philbrook Museum of Art, housed in a 1920s Italian villa surrounded by lush gardens, displays works that range from native sculpture to modern design. In Bartlesville, the Price Tower Arts Center celebrates architect Frank Lloyd Wright's only skyscraper. And the Oklahoma History Center preserves everything from pioneer wagons and oil derricks to the stories of the state's 39 tribes. Together, these museums tell the entire saga of the plains, where art, industry, and identity meet under the same endless sky. For every visitor, each exhibit feels like opening a chapter of Oklahoma's living story. Fact 26. The largest Native American art market. Each spring, thousands gather in Oklahoma City for the Red Earth Festival, a massive celebration of Native art, dance, and heritage that transforms the city into a living museum. Artists from dozens of tribes fill the convention hall with beadwork, pottery, sculpture, and regalia, each piece carrying centuries of story and symbolism. Drums echo through the air as dancers move in brilliant colors of turquoise, feather, and fire, honoring ancestors while inspiring the next generation. Visitors can watch live demonstrations, hear the beat of traditional songs, and meet artists whose families have carried these crafts for hundreds of years. The Red Earth Festival isn't just an event, it's a reunion of nations, proof that culture thrives when it's shared, celebrated, and passed forward with pride. Fact 25. The invention of the parking meter. Oklahoma City changed the modern city forever with one small invention, the parking meter. In 1935, store owner and visionary Carl McGee faced a problem: downtown parking chaos. He designed a simple mechanical device that would let drivers pay a nickel per hour to keep spaces rotating for new customers. On July 16, 1935, the first park-o-meter number, 1 inch, was installed at the corner of First Street and Robinson Avenue, instantly becoming a sensation. While some protested at first, businesses soon realized it boosted local commerce, and within months, the idea spread nationwide. Today, that original meter sits inside the Oklahoma Historical Society Museum, a quiet reminder that sometimes the inventions we take for granted start with one clever idea and 1 nickel. Fact 24. The musical that made it famous. Rodgers and Hammerstein's 1943 Broadway hit, Oklahoma, didn't just change theater, it changed how stories were told. It was the first musical to weave song, dance, and dialogue into one continuous narrative, setting the standard for everything that followed. Set on the open plains, it celebrated the struggles and hopes of everyday settlers through melody and motion. Audiences were captivated by its optimism, its humor, and its unforgettable anthem, Oklahoma, where the wind comes sweeping down the plain. The show ran for more than 2,000 performances, won a Pulitzer Prize, and became a global symbol of American spirit. When Oklahoma became the first state to adopt a show tune as its official state song, it wasn't just pride, it was identity. To this day, those opening notes still bring Oklahomans to their feet, singing together like one vast, joyful chorus across the plains. Fact 23. Tulsa's Art Deco skyline. Fueled by oil wealth in the roaring 1920s, Tulsa transformed into a masterpiece of architecture. Its skyline gleams with one of the most complete collections of Art Deco design in the United States. Bold lines, gold leaf, and geometric patterns rising from the prairie. The Boston Avenue Methodist Church, a National Historic Landmark, fuses Gothic grace with modern elegance, its spire stretching 250 feet toward the sky. Nearby, the Philcade Building and Phil Tower shimmer with ornamented facades, marble lobbies, and stained glass that glow at sunset. Even today, downtown Tulsa feels like walking through a living time capsule, a city that captured the optimism of an era and preserved it in stone. Every corner tells a story of ambition, artistry, and the oil-fueled dream that built the Magic City. Fact 22. The Oklahoma Land of Caves. Hidden beneath Oklahoma's Red Plains lies an entire world of stone and silence. The state is home to hundreds of caverns, carved by water and time, each one revealing a different layer of Earth's history. The crown jewel is Alabaster Caverns, the largest natural gypsum cave open to the public anywhere on Earth. Its creamy white walls glimmer like polished marble, reflecting the glow of lanterns as visitors descend through narrow tunnels. Cool air carries the sound of dripping water and the flutter of rare bats, nature's oldest engineers. Nearby, smaller cave systems like Robbers, Cave State Park in the southeast once sheltered outlaws, Civil War soldiers, and frontier explorers. Together, they form a hidden underworld, mysterious, ancient, and quietly alive beneath the surface of Oklahoma's prairies. Fact 21. The State Meal of Champions. Oklahoma has an official state meal, and it's huge. It includes fried okra, cornbread, barbecue pork, chicken fried steak, squash, biscuits, gravy, corn, black-eyed peas, strawberries, and pecan pie. It's less a meal and more a full table of Southern comfort in one sitting. If that made you hungry, hit that like button for Oklahoma flavor. Fact 20. The Great Plains' smallest mountain range. The Arbuckle Mountains in south-central Oklahoma may look like hills, but they're some of the oldest exposed rocks in North America, over 1.3 billion years old. Waterfalls like Turner Falls cascade between their ridges, creating hidden swimming holes that have cooled generations of travelers. Fact 19. A tornado research powerhouse. The National Weather Center in Norman houses the country's leading storm scientists, radar trucks, storm chasing teams, and meteorologists from the University of Oklahoma all work here, tracking twisters and improving early warning systems used around the world. It's where science meets survival. Fact 18. The tallest hill in the world. Outside Poteau stands Kavanaugh Hill, rising 1,999 feet, just 1 foot shy of the height required to be classified as a mountain. Local pride claims it as the world's tallest hill. Drive or hike to the top, and you'll see the entire valley stretch out in waves of green. Fact 17. Will Rogers, America's cowboy philosopher. Born in Indian Territory in 1879, Will Rogers became one of the most beloved humorists and performers of his time. With a rope in one hand and a sharp wit in the other, he starred in films, wrote columns, and used humor to unite people during the Great Depression. His quote still defines Oklahoma spirit: "I never met a man I didn't like." Fact 16. The birthplace of Sonic Drive-In. That classic pull-in, order, and eat-in-your-car experience began in Shawnee, Oklahoma in 1953. Troy Smith opened the first Sonic Drive-In, combining roller skating servers, hamburgers, and milkshakes into an American icon. Today, Sonic operates thousands of restaurants across the U.S., but its roots remain purely Oklahoman. Fact 15. The state capitol dome that came late. When Oklahoma's state capitol was built in 1917, money ran out before they could add its planned dome. For 85 years, the building stood flat-topped until 2002, when the dome was finally completed using modern materials. Now it gleams over Oklahoma City as a symbol of patience and pride fulfilled. Fact 14. The Tallgrass Symphony. Every spring, the open plains near Pawhuska come alive with music, not from instruments, but from the wind itself. Whipping through fields of tallgrass, it creates a low, resonant hum that inspired local poets and composers. It's nature's own orchestra, playing in the key of Oklahoma. Fact 13. The Cherokee written word. Oklahoma's Cherokee Nation keeps alive the written language invented by Sequoyah in the early 1800s. His syllabary gave a voice to thousands, and today Cherokee is still taught in schools, used on street signs, and printed in local newspapers across the state. Few alphabets can claim to have changed a culture so completely. Fact 12. The Quartz Capital. At Wichita Mountains Wildlife Refuge, visitors can dig for rose quartz, pink crystals that shimmer in sunlight. Collectors travel from across the country to find them, and local legends say the stones bring luck and love. They're tiny pieces of Oklahoma's beauty, hidden in plain sight. Fact 11. The Oklahoma City Thunder. When the NBA's Seattle Supersonics relocated in 2008, they became the Oklahoma City Thunder, the state's first major league team. Their arrival electrified fans statewide, and Loud City quickly earned a reputation as one of the most passionate home crowds in basketball. The team became a unifying symbol, proof that big dreams thrive in the heartland. Fact 10. The Scissor-tail State Bird. Oklahoma's state bird, the scissor-tailed flycatcher, flashes pale pink and silver as it swoops across open skies. Its tail splits like a pair of scissors, agile, precise, and full of grace. You'll often spot them perched on fences during summer storms, balancing perfectly in the wind. Fact 9. The symbol of the buffalo. Once nearly extinct, the American bison now roams again through the Wichita Mountains. Oklahoma designates the buffalo as its state mammal, a symbol of endurance and renewal on land once defined by the frontier. Fact 8. The first Girl Scout cookie sale. In 1917, Girl Scouts in Muskogee baked cookies to fund their troop, the first known cookie sale in America. From those humble batches came a national tradition that still brings smiles and Thin Mints every year. Fact 7. Cimarron County. 4 states at once. In Oklahoma's farthest western tip, Cimarron County borders 4 different states: Colorado, New Mexico, Texas, and Kansas. It's the only county in the US that touches that many at once. You can stand in one spot and look across 4 horizons. Fact 6. The Panhandle's Wild West. Oklahoma's narrow panhandle was once called No Man's Land, a strip of territory claimed by no state after the Civil War. Outlaws, ranchers, and settlers all lived here before it officially joined Oklahoma Territory in 1890. Its wide skies and lone highways still carry that wild independence. Fact 5. The Onion Burger's hometown. In the 1920s, short-order cooks in El Reno stretched their meat supply by smashing onions into ground beef on the grill. The result? The legendary Oklahoma Onion Burger, now celebrated every May at El Reno's Onion Burger Festival. Simple, smoky, and purely delicious. Fact 4. The 46-star flag. When Oklahoma became the 46th state in 1907, it added one more star to the U.S. flag. The short-lived 46-star version flew for just 4 years before New Mexico and Arizona joined the Union, making it a rare piece of Americana. Fact 3. Oklahoma's flag features a native Osage buffalo skin shield crossed by a peace pipe and olive branch. Together, they represent unity, the blending of native and settler cultures through strength and peace. Few flags tell their story so elegantly. Fact 2. The Great Plains sky. Nowhere else does the sky feel this big. Sunsets paint the entire horizon in gold and crimson. Lightning flashes for miles across open country, and stars appear close enough to touch. Photographers call it the Oklahoma sky effect, a masterpiece drawn by weather itself. If you've ever seen one of those sunsets, comment, "Red sky forever." Fact 1. The spirit of Oklahoma. Oklahoma was born from hardship, the trail of tears, the Dust Bowl, the tornadoes, the booms and busts of oil. But every time it fell, it rose again. It's a land of survivors, artists, and dreamers, of windmills turning above red fields, and songs that carry hope across the plains. Here, culture and courage meet. The old ways live beside the new. Once you've walked its open roads or stood beneath its endless skies, you understand. Oklahoma isn't just a place, it's a heartbeat, steady, strong, and unbroken. And there you have it, 50 Oklahoma facts you won't believe are true. From oil wells to onion burgers, from bison herds to Broadway songs, from ancient trails to futuristic wind farms. This is a state shaped by resilience and pride. If you learned something new, hit that like button, subscribe to GlobeX, and ring the bell so you never miss another journey through America's hidden stories. Comment "Red" if you love the Sooner State, or tell us which state we should explore next. Thanks for watching, and remember, even the most familiar places can hold the wildest secrets.